scene starts with a dramatic, slow-motion shot of a frog seemingly frozen in ice. Have you ever wondered what happens to animals in the dead of winter? While bears hibernate and birds fly south, some creatures have a survival strategy that seems to defy the laws of biology itself. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of the wood frog, a creature that can literally freeze solid and then, miraculously, come back to life. It's not science fiction. It's one of nature's most astounding magic tricks. Cut to a more energetic host speaking to the camera. So how is this even possible? When you or I get frostbite, ice crystals form inside our cells, shredding them like tiny daggers. It's a fatal process, but the wood frog has a secret weapon. As the temperature drops and ice begins to form on its skin, its body kicks into high gear. The frog's liver starts working overtime, converting stored glycogen into massive amounts of glucose. That's sugar, and lots of it. This sugar-rich blood floods every cell in the frog's body. Think of it like a natural anti-freeze. The glucose lowers the freezing point of the water inside the cells, preventing those deadly ice crystals from forming. So while the water between the cells and in the body cavity freezes solid, turning the frog into a little frog cycle, its vital cells are protected, suspended in a sugary, syrupy state. Show an animation or graphic illustrating glucose entering a cell and preventing ice crystals. At this point, the frog is clinically dead. Its heart stops beating. Its lungs stop breathing. There's no brain activity whatsoever. If you were to find one in the wild, you'd think it was a goner. It's hard, cold, and completely unresponsive. It can stay in this state of suspended animation for months, surviving temperatures as low as -16 degrees Celsius. Imagine that, your heart not beating for an entire winter. But the real magic happens when spring arrives. As the environment thaws, so does the frog. The ice between its cells melts away. Within just a few minutes of thawing, its frozen heart gives a flicker, then a beat, then another. Slowly but surely, blood starts to circulate again. The lungs take their first breath in months. It's a gradual, almost eerie process. Show a time-lapse of a frozen frog thawing and starting to move. Within a few hours, the frog is fully awake and hopping around as if nothing happened. Its first priority? Finding a mate. These frogs emerge from their frozen slumber ready to head straight to the nearest vernal pool to begin the next generation. This incredible ability allows them to live further north than any other reptile or amphibian in North America, all the way up into the Arctic Circle. Scientists are incredibly interested in how these frogs pull this off. Understanding their natural cryoprotection, that's the fancy term for it, could have huge implications for human medicine. Imagine if we could freeze human organs for transplant without damaging the cells. It could revolutionize the process, giving doctors and patients much more time. We could preserve hearts, livers, and kidneys for days or even weeks instead of just a few hours. Show images of medical labs and organ transport containers. Researchers are studying the specific proteins and sugars that the wood frog uses, hoping to one day replicate this process. It's a perfect example of how studying the natural world, even a seemingly simple creature like a frog, can lead to groundbreaking discoveries that could save human lives. Nature, it turns out, is often the most brilliant scientist of all, but the wood frog isn't the only one with this superpower. Several other species of frogs and turtles have similar abilities. The gray tree frog, for example, also uses glucose to survive freezing. The Siberian salamander takes it to another level, using glycerol as its anti-freeze and surviving even colder temperatures for longer periods. Each species has its own unique cocktail of cryoprotectants, a testament to the incredible power of evolution to find solutions to the planet's toughest challenges. Show a montage of different freeze-tolerant animals. However, this amazing survival strategy is facing a new threat: climate change. Winters are becoming more unpredictable. A midwinter thaw can trick the frogs into waking up too early. They use up a massive amount of energy to thaw and then refreeze. If this happens multiple times in a single winter, they can deplete their energy reserves and may not survive until spring. It's a delicate balance, and we're disrupting it. It highlights how interconnected everything is, and how even the toughest creatures are vulnerable to a changing environment. So, The next time you're out for a walk in the woods in early spring, and you hear the chorus of frogs, take a moment to appreciate what you're hearing. You're not just listening to a sign of spring. You're listening to a choir of tiny survivors, creatures that have returned from a state that would be, for us, the point of no return. They are living proof that nature is full of wonder, mystery, and astonishing resilience. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into one of nature's coldest cases. If you found this as fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the amazing world of biology. And let me know in the comments what other natural wonders you'd like me to explore next. Until then, stay curious.